everybody, making a live video here, 7:40 p.m. on your Wednesday. Lots to talk about, lots of information. It's just it's came in, so gonna get right to that once the chat picks up. If it does, let's see if it comes on or not. Looks like it has updated, so let's get started with that. Make sure everything is looking good here. Still a little bit behind on things, so bear with me on that. All right. So I hope everybody's day is going good. Let's have a look outside right now. Looking at the station, it's 63 degrees, warm day out. Can't complain a bit. It's been a beautiful day out today. Got out and enjoyed it, done a lot of stuff. Just really enjoyed the day. Can't complain at all. Winds are calm at the moment. Haven't had any rainfall, of course. All that is about to take a drastic change. So let's move on and we'll talk about some stuff. So let's start out with the Thursday's event. So this is what we're looking at here. Looks like all that'll come on through. Let's look at the timing again. Let it kind of reset. Looks like around 6 o'clock, a little bit later, Friday. Looks like it'll be overnight hours, or Thursday into Friday. We'll get a little better idea on the timing here in just a moment. Let's look at the timing. So this is by the National Weather Service, Huntsville. The severe threat, low threat of some 60-mile-per-hour winds or greater, damaging winds, hail 1 inch in diameter or greater, very low threat of that, and a tornado or two, very low threat. Now, this is the round for Thursday. There's several rounds coming in. It's not just going to be, a one-time thing, unfortunately. So when can we expect it? Well, the models have brought the marginal risk a little bit further northeast for Thursday, so now it does include, as you notice, the circled area there, it does include Marshall counties and southwest portions of DeKalb counties, excluding the rest of the area. So there is a possibility some of these storms on Thursday could become severe, but this is some of the scenario information it's talking about. What we are watching, most likely scenario, the better fuel and any triggers for severe storms remain outside of the Tennessee Valley, allowing for only isolated non-severe storm clusters. So meaning there could be some strong storms with gusty winds. Can't rule out a severe storm, but they really don't think that will happen. Less likely scenario, better fuel for storms works into the area with or without a boundary and triggers storms. Increasing the severe threat wind and hail would be the primary concerns with storms tomorrow. So keep that in the back of your head if you're out around about tomorrow. So let's move on to Friday's event. Yes, there's more. One of those things like, wait, but there's more. One of those deals. Let's get on with it. Friday night severe weather. What? 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible. That's pretty high. That's on up there about moderate. A few tornadoes. Low threat. Hail up to 1 inch of diameter. It's on the lower side as well. Wind midnight, 12 a.m. Friday night to 7 a.m. Saturday morning. This is the first round. Of course, what to do, help people prepare for an overnight severe event Friday night. So right now, Northeast Alabama, at least parts of Northeast Alabama, which include Marshall County, southwest portions of DeKalb, and western and central parts of Jackson County. Kind of odd how that's designed out there. They're under a slight risk, 15%. Areas further northeast, which looks like that would include, I can't hardly see it, it's so tiny. Looks like Rainsville northeast is under a level 1. That would be a marginal threat. And south, areas to the west under a level 3 enhanced risk for your Friday. So it looks like basically to put this out there so you can understand. I know that's a little bit confusing. If you're along I-65, you do have a little bit better threat. And west of I-65, you have a lot better threat. East of I-65, it does, a little bit less threat. There is still a threat of some severe weather there, though. It's not zero. So maybe that was a little bit more understanding than the way I put it first time. Now, let's move to Saturday, the big event. This is really where the concern comes in at. Looking at Saturday, severe weather threat, what? Gusty, wind gusts 70 miles per hour or greater, medium confidence there. Hail 1 inch of diameter. It's on the lower side. And tornadoes. Now, this is interesting. Look at this. Several tornadoes, some of which could be strong and significant. EF2 plus. Confidence in that, medium. That's concerning. Those wording right there is very concerning. Round 1, medium confidence in supercells, strong tornadoes, EF2 plus, large hail, up to 1 inch in diameter, wind gusts 70 plus miles per hour. Round 2, high confidence in a line of storms, tornadoes, some being strong, long track, wind gusts 70 plus miles per hour. So that's something that we're looking at there as well. Let's look at the details just a little bit in this. So what are we watching? Saturday morning, we're watching additional northward surge of moisture. So they're thinking low end scenario would be the area of moisture does not reach the Tennessee Valley until the afternoon and evening, limiting the severe weather potential early Saturday. That would be the good news. Bad news, if this happens, the area of moisture reaches our area Saturday morning, bringing the potential for severe storms, even supercells early Saturday. Moving on to Saturday evening. So, yeah, there's multiple rounds of this stuff coming in. Saturday evening, what are we watching? The position of a secondary surface low, and if better moisture continues to trend north. Low end scenario, the secondary low tracks right over us, and or rain earlier in the day prevents the better moisture from reaching this far north, limiting the severe potential but increasing the risk of flooding. That would be the scenario we would want. Just an FYI, I would rather have flooding than large tornadoes. I don't know about y'all, but I'll take some rain and flooding over large tornadoes and severe weather. Bad side of this, the high end scenario, which they're thinking that's the most likely scenario, unfortunately. The secondary low tracks just to our northwest, strengthening the northern surge of moisture, resulting in severe weather along a line of storms with embedded supercells Saturday evening into Saturday night. And of course, those will all be capable of producing large tornadoes, some of them long track, damaging winds, all that bad news, stuff like that. Now, let's talk about the flooding stuff because there is a threat of some flooding too. Late Friday through Saturday night, most likely scenario looks like between this right here happened between 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. Sunday, 7 a.m. Friday to 7 a.m. Sunday. Sorry. Widespread 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rain. A few areas may receive 3 to 4 inches of rain. There's a 10% chance of that. Multiple rounds of heavy rain will lead to rises on area rivers and streams, most likely reaching action and minor flood stage, as well as flooding and flash flooding. There's medium confidence with that. Also, to add to the cherry on top of the cake, as you could say, let's go ahead and just put that on top of there and get it over with. On top of that, everything else, non-thunderstorm wind gusts are going to be gusting out pretty high, anywhere between 35, 45 miles per hour. And a few areas could see 45 to 60 mile per hour gusts, 10% chance of that. Gusty non-thunderstorm winds are expected to increase starting Friday and continue through Saturday, and a wind advisory will likely be needed in future updates with that, unfortunately. So let's look at some of the perimeters. Let's look at some of the new models that have came out. So let's look at the NAM. Of course, we'll have some decent models start coming in tomorrow. But I'll be honest, looking at this, yes, I do see the potential for a few tornadoes in northeast Alabama. But the biggest threat I'm seeing would be over southern Mississippi. That's currently now looking at this tornado perimeter. I mean, look at those colors, how they really blow up there. Southern Mississippi, I would not doubt to see a moderate risk put out. I've been saying that. It really would not surprise me if we don't see a moderate risk put out. Some of the higher end models are thinking even more than moderate, maybe a high risk. That would be crazy if we end up seeing a high risk, and I hope not. So we're just keeping an eye on it currently. But this can happen several different ways. There's a lot of disagreement in the models this far out still. Looking at the supercell composite, basically where the supercells will be at. As you can see, along kind of in between the Alabama line, Mississippi, that's kind of where that's at. Over Mississippi and the Alabama, in between Mississippi-Alabama line, there's where the best threat looks to be. But even over here, there's some threats of some supercells, and some of those could produce tornadoes. Now, the Cape values, looking to the west there, pretty decent. And even as they get northeast, which the model didn't animate. I don't know why it didn't. It didn't animate. But anyway, as it moves east, we're still in the thousands. So that's decent. That can support severe thunderstorms, no doubt, with Cape values in the thousands. So that's even as it moves to the east there. So make sure you have multiple ways to receive warnings. Like, this is going to be probably a very active event. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be a very active event out there for sure. So let's get ready to wrap it up, of course, and we'll take some questions from everybody as well. First, though, Shout out to our sponsor, Mr. Dylan Snyder at Alabama Living Real Estate. You can give him a call at 256-979-4330 for all your real estate needs. Make sure you check him out on Facebook, too. Our second sponsor would be RKG Automotive Group. You can give them a call at 256-572-6586 for more information if you're looking to buy a vehicle. Give them a call. Also, check them out on Facebook. Please go over there and give them a like. Check them out on Facebook as well. They got some very interesting vehicles over there. So let's get ready to wrap it up, and let's take some questions while I'm at it. Let's go ahead and take some questions. I see the comments have quite a lot of comments, but I haven't got to look at them. So, hello, Miss Pam. Hope you're doing good. You're like the first one to comment every time. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. Kendra, hope you're doing well. Lori, hope you're doing well. Yeah, everybody, don't be scared. Be prepared. That's what you need to do. And I have seen a few meteorologists, pretty much, I guess you could say they've been having a meteorological fight, I guess, because you see one meteorologist saying one thing and you see another one saying, or actually you see half of the meteorologists or more saying one thing, and then you see a couple other meteorologists saying something totally different than the others, and it's weird. But to throw it out there has been a couple meteorologists say that this could be one of the worst severe weather events that we've had since April 27, 2011. That was their words, not mine. Other meteorologists saying that this is not going to be as bad as April 27, it's not going to be anything, anything like it. Like, not even going to be an outbreak. It's not going to be that bad. That's what they're saying. So we've got some mixed, confusion going on there. And by what I see I believe we will have the threat, by looking at the models personally, I believe we'll have the threat for some tornadoes. That will depend on if the moisture is able to surge further north. We could have a big problem if it does that. We could see some hail. That's a lower end threat, though. Not really all that worried, but some of the supercells could produce some large hail up to quarter size, maybe a little larger. Also, tornadoes, EF2, EF3, somewhere right in there. Some of them could be long track. There is that possibility by what I'm seeing by the computer model. So, all possibility. We're still fine-tuning everything, but I'm pretty concerned about this event. I won't lie, because there's several rounds of it. I will not lie. This one has my attention more than the ones in the past has had my attention. So, my attention level's pretty high up with this one. I am very concerned about this system. So I'm not trying to scare anybody, just you need to prepare for this one, as you do with any storm system. So, you need to prepare for it. Alright, where was I at with the comments? Because everybody is done. It's done moved. Let's see if I can get it back. Yeah, Mike, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to ruin it, but I guess don't shoot the messenger, It's one of those type things. I hope you're doing good over at Otter, Mike. Good to see you on. Hope you're doing well. Hope you hadn't been too busy with fires, because I know our department was out earlier on some brush fires, but hey, it's that time of year again, I guess. Hello, Holly. Hope you're doing well. Shonda Poe. It's Clay. I'm on the wife's phone. Okay, hello, Clay. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Rhonda, no problem. Glad I could do it. Clara, thanks for the update. No problem. Thank you. Chrissy Chandler, hello. Watching from Skirham. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you on. Nancy, hello. And you're the one I've been trying to get out to. When I'm putting these posts up saying that I cannot add you as a friend, and I cannot message you, and I cannot comment back. Something's wrong with Facebook. Don't know what it is. Can't fix it. Nothing I do fixes it. So sometimes I can message, sometimes I can't. 99% of the time, it don't let me message you. 99% of the time, your profile don't show up, and it's like you blocked me. So I don't know what's going on with that. Good to see you, though. Thanks for showing up here. Shonda, hope you're doing good. Again, I just seen that come up. Let's see, moving on back down here. Well, when they're comparing it to 2011, that was a very bad outbreak. I try my best to not ever compare it to April 27, 2011, with that. But as far as the second round goes, we don't have a timing yet for some of this stuff. So keep that in mind. The timing will be updated soon. We'll be getting into that soon. We'll be posting that up. But right now, the timing is not available for, these next rounds that are going to be coming through, like Friday, Saturday. Those timelines will be issued out at a later date. They have not been posted up yet, and that's why I haven't really said nothing about them, because we just don't know. With all these meteorologists being fired and the Storm Prediction Center meteorologists being fired, it's put a big damper on stuff. People doing the weather, they know, what's going on, and the models are just used to. We had computer models by now, so we used to have the models by now. By now, we would used to know more, but since that has happened, we're not getting the updated models like we need to forecast properly. It's being delayed, so. By now I would have a full list of the high resolution models, and I'd be able to look and say, oh yeah, this looks really, really bad. But right now we don't even have the full list of high resolution models. Like, they're still coming in for Thursday, not even Friday yet, or Saturday. So it's really made it hard on people, especially, the meteorologists and forecasters. It's really made it hard on people. And yeah, it may be over by 9 p.m. for Northeast Alabama. Yeah, that's right. The timing and stuff is still a little bit off. We'll have to get that up once it comes in, a little bit more accuracy there. But thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I got some more comments. Trying to read them here. Well, I'll be honest, this could be a little bit more than Sand Mountain Magic at this point. If moisture, again, is able to surge further north, and if we do get, sunshine on Saturday, this could be pretty bad, just to be truthful. It could be really bad. There's a potential for that. As mentioned, there could be some EF2 plus, tornadoes. That's pretty large. Some of them could be on the ground for a little bit. But hey, let's just pray that, it rains and rains and rains, and that moisture, pretty much just hangs out over us and it rains. And if it just continuously rains, then guess what? More likely it ain't going to do that much. So let's just hope that it rains. I mean, I'll take a rainy weekend, but these tornadoes and stuff, I'm not liking, it's looking less likely of a scenario that it's going to, just rain and rain and rain. It's looking more likely the worst case scenario is going to happen. So be prepared. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you have this planned out ahead. Don't wait until it's already hitting and then be like, oh hey, nobody told me what was going on. I didn't know nothing about it, because I'm gonna be like, I don't know how in the world you did not know about it. It's all the meteorologists have been posting it constantly. I've been posting constantly. I don't know how you missed it. So just be ready for, in case it happens. That's pretty much it. In case it happens. So God bless. Take care. I'm taking a little bit of extra time talking with everybody and trying to explain this a little bit further, because, this system here, it deserves the attention that it's getting. That's why I'm going a little bit over with it. So take care. Have a great night, everybody. Gonna get out of here exhausted. It's just been a hectic day. Let's see, I got three more comments coming in here. Bear with me. Pauline, my anxiety's already high over these storms that are coming. Yeah, I imagine so. Just make sure you have a good place, a good shelter in mind. You'll be just fine. I mean, if you've got a shelter that you can go to and you can get to quickly, you will be just fine. I mean, you have no worries. If you don't have a shelter to go to, that's when you've got something to worry about, especially if you're in a mobile home. And Cat Horsley, yes, most definitely need to do that, for sure. Don't need the severe weather, so yeah, that's definitely need to pray about that. And Kim, I've been watching your coverage since the first time. Oh, you don't ever tune into TV coverage anymore. Well, thank you so much, and I gotta say, the National Weather Service of Huntsville has been doing a phenomenal job with giving these graphics out that they've been giving out. and that's the ones that I've been using on my streams. And you know, because like I said, we're not getting the computer models we used to get in, and us be able to give people a heads up early, you know. So the Weather Service, they're doing an amazing job with these graphics to explain them with, you know, the little bit that we're getting in. So, you know, an amazing job by the Weather Service Huntsville. You know, a good bit of those graphics were there, so they do a phenomenal job as always. Yeah, Holly, if you live in a mobile home, make sure you know where your local shelters are at. They've got them just about at every fire department. Just about every town has one. And just make sure that you have, you know, ways to receive warnings. That way you can get to shelter, you know, quick. Of course, I'll be live streaming through the event. You know, if I have to take shelter, you know, I'll leave everything up like I always do. And I don't take shelter unless I'm really concerned about something. So, you know, and the weather has been really unpredictable. That's another reason I've been a little bit quicker to take shelter, because you never know what it's going to do, really. But it usually takes a good bit of concern for me to take shelter. So, you know, if I see a storm of rotation coming at me, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take shelter because I don't know what that thing's going to do. So, yeah, I'm taking shelter. All right, everybody, thanks so much. God bless. Hope you have a great night. Going to get off here. And, again, stay weather aware. And if you do not know where some weather radios are, the Crossville Pharmacy has 2 weather radios. They've only got 2 of them, and they are like $30 each. But if you need one quickly and you live in Crossville or somewhere nearby, I can tell you Crossville Pharmacy has 2 Midland weather radios available. So, you know, if you need one quick, there you go. You can find them there. Hartselle area is, I think Hartselle's further to the west. In my personal opinion, I may be wrong, but the further west you go, the worse it's going to be. I mean, that's for, let's see, did you say Saturday? You said Saturday, okay. So it's going to be pretty bad out there, pretty much no matter where you're at in Alabama. But my personal opinion, there's just a big area of concern right now. It would extend all the way from southwest Alabama, all the way into southern parts of Mississippi, then all the way back northeast. And it would extend all the way over us here in northeast Alabama. So you can picture this big circle area of concern. That's the highest risk area currently. It's just a big circle that goes all the way over us here in northeast Alabama, back to the southwest, you know, all the way down through Mississippi. Just a big area of where this stuff could unfold at. So it's concerning, to say the least. So just make sure that you've got ways to receive warnings if you're going to be out Saturday. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you on the next update, which will probably be pretty soon. So thanks again. Take care, everybody.